What a beautiful way to start you out this morning with some sights and sounds on board the Royal Polaris. They're in the warm water lagoons of Baja California, witnessing gray whales. We call these friendlies. Good Monday morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. Wow, there's some big sets rolling in here this morning. It is a gloriously beautiful morning. I see some surf fishermen down there. I see some people walking on the beach. It's kind of warm and sunny. I know we've got some rain in the horizon, but it is absolutely beautiful. We're going to talk long range. We're going to talk down below the border in Mexico. We're going to talk the PCS show. It's over, but just reminisce a little bit about what a marvelous show it truly was. We're going to talk about some local halibut, sculpin, whitefish, and so much more, including our March the 23rd get-together right there. Where you see that tower, we're all going to meet up down there on Anderson and PCH on March the 23rd in the morning, do some surf fishing, beach cleanup, drink some coffee, and have some fun. I'll have that and so much more as we get into the morning briefing coming at you next. Hey, don't miss my birthday bash on March the 23rd on Anderson Street and Pacific Coast Highway in Sunset Beach, California. We're going to be doing some surf fishing, beach cleanup, sitting around and chatting. We'll have a great raffle and so much more. More important, it's a chance for us all to get together. March the 23rd, we'll see you there. And what an extraordinary finish to an extraordinary show, the PCS Show. I got to see my friend Desiree and her lovely family. If you've never seen that podcast, you owe it to yourself to go check it out. It is nearing 1 million views. Some people have called it the absolute best video on YouTube. Check it out. It is truly something that you will want to see. And I want to thank every single person who went out of their way to walk over and say hello and talk about how much they love the content we're putting out on Friedman Adventures. And I promise you, we're not going to stop there. We're going to put out more content, but we strive every single day to make our shows better, our content better, and we will be working hard to do that. And you can look forward also to the Phil Friedman Show, a new channel coming out on YouTube in the very near future. So many great people from all over the world were at the PCS show, and it's no wonder. It was fantastic. It is the show in Southern California. Before we get started on today's morning briefing, don't forget, if you're headed to Ensenada, you're going to want to give Zeke Casas a call. Only 15 minutes from downtown, but just check out that spectacular view while in Ensenada, Baja California Norte. And if that garage door is giving you a problem, then you're going to want to call your garage door man. That's Joe Welker. Tax problems? Nobody better than our friend Tim Marquez. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. Give the tax man a call today. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, you're going to want to talk to our dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. And it is truly great to be with you here for the morning briefing. I feel a wipeout coming this morning. I'm going to be very, very careful. This is starting to build and surge in here. And for those of you who follow the morning briefing, you know that I got wiped out just the other day. I like to show you the ambience of this beautiful Eastern Pacific. However, I don't like that cold plunge at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'll be keeping my eyes on that. You know what time it is. It is time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Oh my goodness, is that good? And is it great to be with you? What a PCS show it was. It was so nice to meet so many of you. And your kindness and generosity, wow, you blew me away. Furman Ramirez treated me to a beautiful tri-tip and some other choice meats He knows I'm on the carnivore diet, and that's all I eat. And the man took care of Paulina and yours truly and Sam De La Torre at Island Fishing Tackle Furman. It was so good. And I just want you to know what I'm having for breakfast this morning. More carne, more meat, because it was delicious. And seeing Desiree Rodriguez and her lovely family yesterday, wow, that was really something for me, Desiree. It was so good to see you. Every time I see you, I get another surge of inspiration. Beautiful story. If you've never watched that podcast, do it right now. You're going to love it. Well, I'm telling you, man, I am going to get screwed here this morning. I'm paying attention here. You know, the tension will build as we go along. Man, this is not looking good. I'm getting out of here. What do you think? Oh, boy. Anyway, let's get into the report before I do get doused and get completely just soaked here this morning. All right, let's go to Mexico first of all. I'm going to start you out in San Quintin today because down there around San Quintin, 140 miles below the border, there's a significant amount of bluefin tuna from right there down another 100 miles. And there's some yellowfin tuna just below that. So there is some fish there. Spotter planes are seeing it. Commercial boats have had it. We are thinking that's going to turn on here very, very soon. I mention that also because we have a 5-day trip on the Independence in late April. By that time, it should be game on. So we're looking forward to that trip and looking forward to seeing that build as we go along. Now, for right now in San Quintin, there's some periodical hits on yellowtail that are really good. And the fish have been active and up in the water column, like eating the surface iron kind of fish. Nice fish, too. 15, 18, 20, 25-pound fish. Really beautiful, great fish there now. So I am loving what we are seeing. And hopefully we're going to see even more and more of that. There's also a ton of rockfish in that neck of the woods right now. The rock fishing has been spectacular. And same thing in Ensenada. The last couple of days, we've seen the yellows up around Punta Banda, JJ Sport Fishing. Many other guys getting a piece of that. And those fish are eating the surface iron. They're up under the birds, and they are putting on a heck of a show. You run over there, and you throw your iron, and take a couple of winds, and you pray to God that one of those yellows is going to bite on it. And in a lot of cases, the last 48 hours, they have been doing just that. You always can fall back on some excellent rock fishing there in Ensenada, lings and reds and boccaccio, and you name it. They've been catching it, and some of the guys have focused on halibut inside the bay. They've been doing quite good, and there's also been some sand bass and calico bass in that area also. So pretty good fishing south of the border. So let's talk long range. The Red Rooster 3 is catching some wahoo already this morning. Talking to those guys, they started trolling around for who and started to catch them. Their last couple of days, they've had some kind of spotty fishing on the yellowfin tuna. They've caught some trophies. Don't get me wrong, check it out. Some really nice yellowfin tuna. Yesterday morning, they started out pretty good. It looked like it was going to go, and then it just petered out. So today they're fishing wahoo and just started to catch some of those fish as we go along. So that is all really good stuff. Hopefully that's going to head in the right direction. I see the pelicans scooting around here this morning. That is always a really good sign as that continues to build here in the Southern California surf. I'm talking about the surf fishing bite. It's improving all the time. I'll have more on that in just a moment. Grunion Run on the 17th of March, St. Patty's Day. And that's just going to get more fish predators in here on the beach. Looking forward to that for sure. So headed in the right direction for sure. We get you up here into Southern California, and a lot of boats are fishing sculpin and doing quite well. Just about everybody who's been focused on the sculpin have been able to provide you with a limit of fish or close to it. Whitefish also. Sheephead fishing's been pretty good in some areas, not that good in others. Channel Islands seems to be the better areas, like up there out of Santa Barbara or out of Cisco. Sport fishing on the Aloha Spirit. They've been up there near their 2 fish limits on the fish, so it's been pretty darn good here recently. I'm asking for trouble, man, this morning. Once again, some pretty good fishing, all that. And sand dab fishing, spectacular here right now. They had over 2,000 sand dabs yesterday on board the Aura Ann out of Long Beach Sport Fishing, those tasty little devils. There's no limit on them, and you could just have at it and really catch a lot of fish. Don't forget, if you want to join us on a Friedman Adventures Charters, they are selling out fast, a reverse 2.5-day trip on the Apollo out of 22nd Street Landing, and then the Apollo later on in the year out of C4 Sport Fishing for a 2-day trip, a 5-day trip on the Independence, an 8-day trip on the Independence, some trips on the El Patron to Catalina Island, just local trips like that. Man, if you want that charter list, all you got to do is send me a text right now, 657-227-6459. I'll get you the list, and we'll get you out on a trip with us. That would be absolutely fantastic. Rockfish season opens on April the 1st here, so everybody is waiting for that to open up again, and then we'll be able to fish the rockfish and have some fun as it just totally calmed down here. It's beautiful this morning. It's a perfect surf fishing day. That surf fisherman is kind of working his way here. I don't know if he'll be here by the end of the morning briefing, but perhaps we could get a chat with him and see if he's doing anything at all. So some pretty good stuff. Speaking of surf fishing, down there in the Santa Monica Bay yesterday, Mark Madsen was fishing between the Huntington Beach, or the Hermosa Beach and the Manhattan Beach piers yesterday. I used to fish that zone all the time, and he caught a nice Corbina. Check it out. He said maybe the beans are getting ready to move in here. Water's a little cool for that, but I think his observations are correct. We've been seeing a few more around here also, so some of that is starting to happen. Mark Brown, he was fishing with Gulp Camo sandworms here, and he had 7 barred perch here in the SoCal surf. Nice hit for him. Mitchell, halibut man, he was fishing off the docks, caught some nice big rockfish fishing that way. So really great stuff, and we're seeing the surf become more active, a lot more active, and that is good stuff. Don't forget Big Fish Bait and Tackle in the beautiful city of Seal Beach, California. You can go down there and take advantage of all the bait they have and all the tackle they have. They are Southern California's surf fishing headquarters, but they've got tackle for everything from trout fishing right on up to marlin and bluefin tuna. Really great stuff indeed. So we'll keep our eyes on this surf. It's continuing to build. Yeah, it sure is. And, oh man. Yeah, it's continuing to build. It's getting better and better all the time. And by our March 23rd date, it should be absolutely fantastic. Really looking forward to that. Michael Limon. You know Michael, he was at the PCS show also, but Michael was up at Crystal Lake with Grandpa and with Mitchell, halibut man. They caught some trout. But Michael, how many times do I have to tell you not to eat yellow snow? I'll explain it to you later, but don't do that, Michael. What's wrong with you? Good stuff. They had a ball up there at Crystal Lake catching some trout, goofing off in the snow, really having a lovely time. Up to San Francisco, I've got to take you because lovely Martha Sport Fishing out of San Francisco just started running their trips. Good early season signal. 9 guys, limits of striped bass, 2 stripers per angler, and they had a couple of halibut to go along with it. When they get rocking up there, their halibut fishing and striper fishing is phenomenal. It is such a great zone to fish. It is a magnificent, productive, fun area to really make a catch, and they're already off to the races here this morning. That sounds good. Don't forget, today we've got 2 live shows for you. It's going to be fun to talk to Sam De La Torre at Island Fishing Tackle about how the show went for him. I know how it went. I couldn't even get a word in edgewise with Sam. Tackle Shop Confessions tonight, live at 6 p.m. And at 4, we'll be at our home base of 22nd Street Landing. The Danny Cadota Show will be live again. That should be another great show. I am looking forward to that one also. Hey, I think I'm going to survive this thing down here this morning. I truly thought, I think if I hung in here too much longer, I'd get wiped out. I don't think we're going to get to talk to that surf fisherman, but things are generally starting to pick up here in the surf. Not wide open, but we've got that grunion run on the 17th, and that should help things immensely. All right, if you want that charter list, send me a text, 5-day trip on the Independence in April. Looking good. Get to the Independence office, www.independencesportfishing.com. 20% off when you book a trip out of Ventura Sport Fishing before April the 1st. Make sure you check them out right now. And the El Patron, putting brand new engines in the rig right now. They'll be ready to head to Catalina Island shortly. Listen to me, my friends. I can't thank you enough, all of you who went out of your way at the show to come over and say hello to me. I am humbled. I am thankful. I'm filled with gratitude. And I can't wait to see you again somewhere really, really soon. Have a great start to your week. And we'll see you with our live shows in just a little bit longer. Take care, my friends.